Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Malts and Meeples, and welcome back to another play of Sleeping Gods. So, here we are. We're getting down to it. I think we have a stack of cards here, 18, if I remember correctly, left. And we either win or lose at the end of this. Though, what that means, still trying to figure that out. So today's drink is basically another Negroni, though it is using Aperol, I believe that's what it's called, versus Campari. So still bitter, but less bitter. So Aperol is more going to be like an orange flavor to it than, say, get from Negroni or normal Negroni, which has Campari, which is going to be more of a grapefruit flavor. Still not bad. And I'll load this up with ice too. It's good and refreshing, and I mean, I look like I'm dressed the part for kind of a tropical sailing. It's pretty tropical here in Minnesota right now. I think we were up to 31 for a high for today. That's actually a little bit cooler than it's been the past few days. But we haven't been below zero in around a week, so it's doing pretty well. And I tend to be a fairly warm person in general, so figured might as well put on something that's a little bit springy or summery for work today. All right. Let's get down to the table because honestly, I don't know what to expect here. We may need to go to port soon, at least. So, we're close to one. Let's see what happens. All right. So, we do have, you can see it right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 command tokens out, which definitely to me says we go up here. We go up to the bridge, and somebody gives me, I gain a command token when I use the bridge. I normally gain 2, so we gain 3 instead. And let's see. Let's move a tiny bit around here. Triage. Each time a fatigue is removed from the crew, restore 1 health to another crew member. Who has triage? Somebody already has triage. Gregory Little. He is not exhausted though. And I'm trying to remember kind of where we left off here. We have a number of different places we can go. I believe the big one is we're still looking for the temple on the island to the east, which to me, I'm guessing it's 9. If not, we can come over here sailing for 101. But we've done that, so that means we're up to our event. Merchant vessel. Well-provisioned ship approaches. We could either pay $1 and get 2 grain. Well, we're going to do that. That was easy. Because now I'm less apt to go into port right now because I have my stew down here, which just needs 4 ingredients, and I can remove 1, 2, 3, 4 tokens if I want, though it's always nice to have in a pinch if we get into a combat. And who knows what we're going to get into right now, because we're looking for number 9 here, I believe. Yeah. Number 9. As we explore. Come on, red. It's the keyword I want to see. Do we have the Laukat cannon? I don't think we do. We do not. Do we have the keyword serpent? We do not. The door is solid iron and the height of a 2-story building with no visible latch to access. We'd have to blast it open, says Laukat, musing. I wonder what kind of force it would require. It blocks our way, so we just return to the ship. Well, I want to kind of optimize my turns here. So I'm going to spend a command with the Stone of Squids, sail here, and we have a few people we can just activate. We're going to activate Gregory Little. It doesn't matter what we flip, we are going to succeed. I've got a 5 anyways, didn't even have to activate anybody for that, but fatigue on Gregory. We sail there, don't take our 2 damage, so let's look, or that's without taking a second action, so that's why I put something on there. Like I said, I'm trying at this point now, I don't know what's going to happen, so I just want to optimize, and of course, there is no red. So 101. No one is eager to venture into the thick jungle, but you find a stone path and follow it into an overgrown treehouse. Inside, you rummage through a skeleton's travel trunk. Gain 2 artifacts. And an XP. And weapon 72. Oh, 101. And gain quest 117. There we go. So XP, which, did I leave myself a pencil? I did. That's another reason I may want to go to port. So I'm currently sitting on 8 XP. And quest 117. One thing I've noticed about this game, and this isn't a knock or critique or anything, just something I noticed. Bicycle. Found a bicycle. Is that as I've gone through playing this, I've been on this map, the one above it, and the one off that direction. I've been on 3 maps out of this whole book. And I could be sailing a whole lot more than I am, but I mean, that uses so much. Now we have a bicycle. That was one of the keywords. But either way, done with today. Let's see. I'm going to spend a command token. This is a little bit silly here. I'm going to put this on Mac. It doesn't do anything, but only costs me 1 command, frees up a space for another card over here when I do my next action, and it makes her attack better. She can now do 4 damage. Not going to go to the quarters. I think we'll go to the galley. Jack of all trades. Anytime during combat or a challenge, discard this equipped card for +2 fate. I'm going to discard a card to remove a token. Though, I considered taking his off because he can patch up there, but I don't think that's worth it. You know what? We're going to spend 2 command right away. Triage, when she loses a fatigue, somebody else heals up 1. But now, I finally have her hitting fairly hard with a 5, and with a +4 to hit. Not a bad option. And I can do all of that before I flip this adventure card. Choppy Seas. When you travel this turn, -2 to fate. We're going to explore again. Mainly because that then takes us to 102.2. Oh, explore the ship and find nothing else of value. Woohoo! Bummer. Bummer, that was a waste. Well, I do want to go to port. I have the Laukat steam engine. Spend that. I can move up to 2. So the question is, do I want to move here? Because I've explored here, there. I explored 5. I don't have it in my notes, so I'm just going to glance. Real quick, not read any story, just look at keywords. I think we did. Said island to the east. Maybe it's a different island. Maybe the temple is 207 here? Either way, I think I'm going to go to Hunter's Haven. And so I'm spending 2 to travel 2 distance. 1, 2. Then I'm going to take the port action. Mainly because for money, I'm just going to spend the 2 artifacts. Everybody's good to go. Ship does not need any repairs. Healer, everybody's fully healthy. But now we can buy a couple more level up cards. And I'd love, if I can, to spend 4 to give Raphael Brawling. Because now that's a +3 to hit, 8 damage. And if the Fates card is flipped, is a 5 or more, it's an extra damage and extra defense. So that would take it up to 9 damage and 2 defense. And then I need to find one more 4 here. Laurent's probably not worth it. Capitan Odessa could get a 3rd card. Audrey. Can swap enemies. Marco's probably. Remove 1 low morale from a crew when using the deck action. Oh, we're going to do Hope. 4 from Marco. Remove 1 low morale from a crew member when you use a deck action. I don't really need that, but that takes his cunning up to 3, which is very solid. And as well, then his attack now deals 7 damage with a 4 to hit. But that's it for the turn. And I didn't really get any further. Thankfully, 207's right there. that I can go see, so I'll probably do that next turn. But I've spent 2 turns and done kind of a nothing. I could also explore 10, Hunter's Haven. Generally, these towns will give you something, a spot to get another totem, something like that. So that's certainly an option as well. But let's start out with ship actions. I have 1 left. I just am curious. Is there anything that's worth doing a 1? Yes, there is. Draw 2 ability cards. Maintain. Instant effect allows you to instantly repair. Audrey could really use that. I have no command tokens at this point in time to spend, but I'm going to go up here to the bridge. Somebody has something. Gain 1 command when you use the bridge, plus an additional 2. I clear off those 4. And then I draw a card. Bold Attempt. Discard this card to draw another one. One's pretty solid. I'm going to get rid of Jack of all trades, so I'm at the right number. And I'm actually going to do a maintain here. Just because now that makes her more viable as a character, but also it means I can sail better. But before I do any sailing, we have a sunken ship. In the glittering turquoise shallows, you spot a skeletal remains of a ship. Sleek sharks circle the depths. Perception of 5. I mean, we're just going to put it on Captain Odessa. Flip 3, 4, 5, 6. We are good to go. We just gain a coin. How many coins do I have? 1, 2, 12. I don't want to spend an action shopping, so we're just going to, next thing here, explore 10. Hunter's Haven. If keyword poison. No. If keyword camp. Nope. The boats anchored at Hunter's Haven are painted with elegant patterns from stem to stern. Rich reds and yellows, deep browns and shining whites, and shades of blue from the brightest sky to the deepest midnight adorn the vessels, livening the harbor like a holiday festival. The sight is not so festive on the shore. Zokmir hunters camp here. Their yellowed tents encircle a cooking fire and a row of carving tables, and beyond a collection of hanging animal skins making a grisly boundary against the jungle. On the edge of the camp, a miserable pile of caged animals chirp, squeak, and growl. Alright, so let's look at our options here. We could talk to the hunters. We can investigate the cages. We can buy food. We could trade the toadbird eggs. We do not have keyword egg. So let's talk to the hunters. An old hunter cloaked in scraps of green and gray and hair tied in a long ponytail tells you of his search for an elusive toadbird eggs. Every time we reach the nesting ground, giant spiny lizards attack us. I lost 5 friends on the last hunt, and one of the lizards took half my hand for its supper. He lifts a hand to show 3 fingers chewed down to the knuckle. If you bring me back these eggs, I'm willing to part with a rare artifact. Gain quest 42 or 142. So I can't remember. Okay, we can start on that southwestern beach. So at 101, that's where Toad was. We can make another, and so we can do. We can also do investigate the animal cages. Cacophony erupts as you approach the cages. Frantic birds blur their colorful feathers like a kaleidoscope. Lizards with green marble eyes watch you suspiciously from their driftwood perches. Obsidian-haired monkeys shriek and smack the bars of their cages, and a boar with stony scales slams again and again against the door of his cage. We could calm them and free them without being caught. That's a lot of perception. Or we could leave the animals for now. Perception, perception, perception. 1, 2, 3. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. Of course, we need more command to make that work, most likely. But I do want to try and free them if I can. Could I always discard Jack of all trades? +2 to fate, so sorry, Captain Odessa. Going there. And doesn't really matter where else. Let's go to Canaan here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can pay down here for a 5 or for additional flip. That can get me to 6, 7. But I'm at 4. I need to get to a 9. So 4 currently. 5, 6. 5, 6. 7, 8. Hate to do that. And then activate the pooch here. 9. You calm the animals before opening their cages, carefully letting each one disappear in the jungle before opening a new cage. The work is tedious, but the hunters detect nothing. Your crew distracts them with fireside tales of razor-thin survival on the sea. When the hunters notice the animals are missing, they make a great fuss, but drop any suspicion of your involvement when you explain you've been by the cooking fires the entire time. 4 coins, because you know those animals are giving us money. I ain't doing this for free. Those animals have to pay. 2 XP. And gain quest 144. Animals. Well, I can't sail. Well, I can't sail like I was planning to, and fate is -2. No, it's not -2 right now. I was thinking it was for some reason. So, now let's activate Audrey. and sail. 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we can sail up to 3. I mean, I know where the toad is. And all I need is to activate Laurent, flip anything, A's a 1, we're good to go. So that is end of the 2 actions. For me, I have 1 command out right now. So I don't really need to clean that up. Nobody has damage. I do want to do this. I want to go down, for Captain Odessa's sake, to the galley. Galley, which means I don't know if anybody has any benefit from the galley here. Bridge, deck. So we're good there. Galley means I get 2 of these. And flip this, power strike, discard 1 additional damage. We're actually just going to discard it to remove that from Captain Odessa. And now let's see what we have. Flying debris. During windstorm, a tree branch lands on the deck, hitting Kanan. Gain a veggie, and Kanan loses 2 health. Thanks, Kanan. I'm so glad that you sacrificed life and limb for vegetables. Like if it was a whole cow, sure, catch that. But I'm not sure about, getting smacked to catch some veggies. Especially, not sure that it helps you that much. So, alright. A light mist falls on the jungle before you. Max studies the scribbled map of the Zokmir hunters' previous expeditions, and you begin to search for the toadbird eggs. The air is thick. You're dripping with sweat, and the dewy leaves launch endless attacks of unnaturally large bugs into your crew. Huge centipedes and spiders hang from gnarled silky strands. A pack of red-eyed, obsidian-haired monkeys watch you suspiciously as you cross a brown stream. Sweat-soaked and hungry, you stop at the closest thing to a clearing you can find. We're almost there, says Mac, when a massive lizard with a fin like a sailfish crashes through the bushes, rumbling with its massive weight. We're going to fight it. We have a choice between fighting and perception. Perception is not our strong suit, so we're going to fight this. Cards 66 and 71. Let's get our 4 tokens out here. Look away, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle until I do not know which is which anymore. Enraged Dire Spinosaurus. 7 and hits for 5 and has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 health on it. Is anybody can get to 7 there? 7. With luck, I could get to 8. And then we have enraged, which I think is, I kind of like this. This is, in some ways, this is kind of one creature. This is a raged dire Spinosaurus, at least from how I'm reading it. But I can take care of kind of that effect on him if I take that out. And let's see, Kasumi could hit for 4. Not enough to take it out. 5 for Gregory Little. It's +3 to hit. Laurent a point could get to 6 with a +4 to hit. Yeah, we're going to do that. Laurent, 6 +4 to hit against the enraged. Wow, that's just a straight up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to take it out. And it was important to do it that way because now he can pass his +1 to somebody else who can potentially hit for a lot. Maybe Raphael. Raphael. Oh, and I forgot to take my 2 command here. Raphael could hit with a +3 to hit and hit for 8, 9. But he has a lot of health, and that's the big thing. So we're going to do Raphael here, hitting for 9, potentially. +3 to hit against the dire Spinosaurus. 5. When it's a 5 or more, he gains an additional block, so he has 2 block plus an additional damage. So, like I said, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage he is dealing. He does gain a fatigue for using that, but 1, 4, 10. I mean, we needed that flip to make it happen. That is just a straight up dominating win. 2 activations. Getting weapons in this game is really good in terms of combat. Combat is tough without weapons, but I mean, now I have so many characters. Out of those 9 characters, I have 5 of them with weapons. He gained a fatigue from that, but it's not that big a deal for him. So after we absolutely throttle that guy, the spiny lizard collapses on the ground, leaving you free to search for the eggs. After an hour of searching, you spy a nest of glittering blue eggs under a stony ledge. "This is it," says Raphael excitedly. After collecting the eggs, you trek back to the ship. Gain 2 material. Let me lay this down properly. Two material. 1, 2, 3 meat. How many XP? 3 XP. So we're at 5 again. We may need it. We have some damage and fatigue around here. And then I lost it. Quest 142 is done. And we gain quest 145. So, as I've been talking about the game and like all the different things I like, we found an egg. That's what we needed for sure. I will say there is one thing I consider a little bit odd. Like, I'm on my third time through the event deck, and I still, like, I know how I want the game to end. I know kind of the theory behind how this game is supposed to end, but I feel like I don't fully understand how I'm supposed to get there. A lot of it is, this is a very open world exploration game. We're going to activate Audrey for sailing. 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 3. We'll sail back there for the end of the day. I should have made myself a bigger one of those. That's real smooth. It's a little bit, I miss the hyper bitter that the other one had, but it's still very good. Let's see, do I want to equip anything? Can anybody take equipment anyways? No, Kanan could. He uses perception though to shoot, and I don't have a perception card. Kasumi can. I could drop bandages on her, but she uses her cunning, and that I don't have one of those. Gregory's Captain Odessa could, and it might not be bad just to add something to her at this point. So spend 2. We'll do this bold attempt. Basically just adds something else. The reason for that is I don't want to collect too much in way of command, in way of some things. I'm going to spend 1 here to draw 2 cards. 2 cards. Faint. Gain a fatigue and discard this card to gain 3 defense. Or overwork. Once per turn, gain low morale to flip another 1. It's not horrible, but I mean, overwork's expensive. We're going to go to quarters, lose the 2, gain the 3, and flip a card. Rapid strike. No, we'll get rid of that. Man, faint on Kasumi would not be bad. Get her up to 5 damage again with +5 to hit. I'll have to consider that. It costs 3 to place it, so that's rough. I don't want to do that yet. Instead, we're going to deal with the hidden rocks. We need to use Savvy. I think I might have been referring to that as Cunning. No, that is Cunning. Savvy is Anchors. Rent le Pont would be the ideal one to use there. Guaranteed success, but we're going to fatigue Mac 3. That is plenty good. We can ignore the hidden rocks as we try and get into harbor at Hunter's Haven. We will go to port first. Because at the inn, we can do 2, 3. All of that. Then, no ship damage. Don't need a healer. We have our 5 XP to spend. Oh yeah, jury-rigged engine for our Audrey. For 1, that gets her up to +4 damage, so 6 damage. But also, if we get to 9+ and we're using her to sail, that means that we can ignore hazards. So, all XP is gone again. And then we're going to explore a 10. And I'm assuming we're not poison. We don't have camp. So we're going to go with keyword egg at 10.6. Beautiful, says the hunter when he sees the glittering blue toadberg egg. You did it. Now here's a bit of gold to make your pockets some sparkle. Wait a minute, said Mac. You said you had a rare artifact. The hunter hesitates. Did I? What a shame. I traded it away yesterday, but I'll pay you fairly for the eggs. What a prize you brought me. Here, take some gold. This gold isn't worth half of an artifact, says Mac. Where is it now? A man with a ship like yours wanted it, said the hunter. He paid quite a lot for it. He's headed northeast. Didn't leave too long ago. I like the way Mac deals here. So we're done with 145. We gain quest 146. Not gonna lie, the thought is going through my head right now that we don't have much time left on the stream. Of like, I could pause the stream for a second. Well, not pause the stream, go to a blank screen, turn off the sound, and get a little bit more to drink. But I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. You were promised an artifact as payment for the rare toadbird eggs, but a man bought it and sailed northeast from Hunter's Haven in a ship that looks like yours. So northeast. I know what direction I want to go. And I'm going to spend for it right now. I can sail to. Hits 8. Northeast. I can go into any of these. That seems like the most likely spot. We're going to go for it. We're going to assume without that much time in between stuff, we're good. We're going to spend there. Plenty good. No low morale. But that is our 2 actions. Plus activating that. Honestly, nobody needs anything all that much. So, we're going to go down here. Going to discard Overwork to remove from Audrey. As well as then I get 2 more command. So, let's see what our event is for today. Debris. Strength check. We can gather it. We need to get a 5. Oh boy. There we have 4. 10. Or 9, excuse me. So we gain a material. Right now, I do not need materials unless somebody has something that they want to trade for it. But that was uneventful, and that's kind of what we want. I think we're actually on turn 6 this time. So we hit the new top for those cards. So let's hit 141. As you sail under a dark, cloudy sky, something below the waves glows. So we catch fish, or we could dive to see what it is. I just removed from Audrey, so that's 4 craft, 8 craft. We succeeded. You find a stone hand sticking out of the seabed. its fingers are coiled around a glowing crystal amulet. So we gain an XP and adventure card 25. Adventure card. I was looking in the wrong spot there. That would have been a quest. Eclipse Pendant allows me to remove a fatigue from somebody. For one, that's actually real nice. I would have loved to have that a little while ago. You know what? Let's explore 32. Said northeast. We have gone northeast. There's so much area northeast. Who knows where it might be? I could see it being advantageous to take notes, or like you jot down potential keywords that can give you stuff, so you know where you're going. Expected, do not have that, or do not have that. Small crabs run along the sandy beach. You find abandoned crates of grain nearby. You gain 1 grain, and that's it. There's 127 there too, 111. I mean, man, there's a lot of options here where we might want to be looking. Sumi, good news. We have a plethora of extra. So you are back up now to hitting real nice there. Kanan, I'm going to give you that. It's nothing great, but now you hit for more. Katsumi, you hit for more as well. So, end of day. We're going to go at least one more day. See what happens here. Orders, remove 2. Gain 3. Flip a card. Not that great. I don't need a crafting. No, I mean, nobody can actually take anything, right? Well, Marco can take 1 more. 1 more card can go on Marco. That's it. That is the last one I can put on, and cunning is what I need for him. So let's see what we have here. Wounded bird. You know what, Kasumi, you get a low morale. But we gain a meat. Otherwise, I would have had to do a savvy 6, which is possible, but honestly, I don't care. Wounded bird, give me a little bit of food. I can deal with that. I mean, I could spend right now with 2 tokens. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 right now. 1 command token. Restores a health, doesn't help, but I remove 1, 2, 3, and a low morale. We're good there. Northeast. 217 is more north, or east, I mean. But let's look. Let's go to 217. See what is there. I mean, I'm still looking for the temple too, so I don't think 217 is going to be the temple, but I mean, it's worth looking at. So, almost there. Turn the page. 217, do not have goggles. You find a ship half buried in the sand. We can hunt for food, or we could dig it out. Well, we're obviously gonna dig this out. A 6 strength check. Just some damage. We don't make it, but hey, that was plenty for that. So we turned to 14. You dig into the lower deck and find a pair of strange goggles with crimson gemstone lenses hidden in an old chest. 2 coins, an XP, and a few things here. So, start with our 2 coins. I don't know if I'm going shopping yet. An XP, we're up to 2. Adventure card 51. Two to hit with the gemstone goggles. And then quest card 167. And that's about as high as you can get. It's a ship that looks like ours. I'm like, is this our ship that we found up north? And should I be going back north to go there again? But also, is that going to be something that we need? So that's one action. I mean, I'm going to spend to sail 1 for free, and I'm going to explore 51. I mean, it's still northeast, so still trying to track those jokers down, even if they are us. So we don't have gusto. The jungle is airy and filled with colorful squawking birds. The chatter is unnerving, but you press on into a damp cavern. The ray of sun spotlights a massive toucan, squawking in a nest of molted feathers and rotten straw. Jenny took the eggs, and she's gonna pay. The voice is ragged and throaty. Jenny took the eggs, and she's gonna pay. And it knows few other words, but with some patience you collect its story. A great beast has been stealing bird eggs. The toucan wants your help. I mean, we're going cunning. Like, we're going for this. It's a talking bird. How can you not help it? 8 cunning. 9 absolute garbage. Or 1, 2, 6 cunning. 7. Not enough. We need 8. We got it. Like I said, maybe could have spent that another spot to get it, but 51.1. In an overgrown gully, you surround the egg thief, a purple cat with magnificent stripes and long tufted ears. The cat buffets you with its powerful paws, but you trap it with a mess of ropes. You gather the eggs, ready to return them to the toucan. With a sunken expression, Kasumi watches the cat, now wrapped in strangling cords. It's never going to get out of there on its own, she says. The cat swipes the air with curved claws, trying in vain to escape. We're going to cut the cat free. 51.3. Kasumi slashes the cat's bindings with her wakizashi, and the crew scramble into the jungle. The cat bounds after you. The eggs are so heavy. The crash of huge leaves behind you gets closer. You drop the eggs in a fern and slide down a dirt path like Luke Gehrig at Yankee Stadium. You can hear the bright sea roaring just beyond the edge of the forest, like a crowd cheering you on. Just a few more steps. Suddenly, the cat pounces from above, blocking your way. You brace for mauling claws, but instead the creature drops a golden statue from its mouth. It nods its head. Is that a knowing look in its eyes? The cat disappears into the leaves, and you return to the Manticore. Interesting. So we get 2 veg, freeing the cat, coin, the next XP, remove 2 low morale, don't have any, and quest 27. We have a ton of quests. Most of them, I don't know where to go with them at this point. Toucan's Lair. You found Toucan's Lair. We now have Gusto. Interesting. We return to the ship. So that's our 2 actions this time. 2, 3. There, 1, 2, 3 of those. I thought we were going to get into combat, most likely. You know what? I don't have any more. I don't need to heal health. I don't have low morale. There's no real reason to cook anything at this point, which I feel like I should be doing because I have so much. But I guess I have no command tokens anyways, so it's a moot point. I do have 1, 2, 3 command tokens, like I said, out. Probably makes sense to go to the bridge, which gets me an additional command token, so I get 3. Remove all of them and draw a card. Fishing, when you use the deck, draw fate. If it's 4+, gain a meat. Sorry, Laurent, you do not have enough room to deal with that. Oh, man. Cooking recipes does a lot more than I thought it did. Alright, so I think this is going to be the last day. Yeah. Just about on time here for the evening. We've done the ship action. Merchant raid. Cunning of 6. Kanan. Kanan is going to be who we activate. That's 2. 7. All we do is gain a coin. So much money. I want to sail north. 2 distance to the north. Page 2. 1. We're stopping. Oh, I can't believe I'm stopping. But the reason we're stopping... Oh, do I want to stop? I need the cunning. So yeah, we're going to stop. I can cook. Now we're going to stop and trading post. Just pull all of these guys off. 3 XP. I mean, I can get stuff for 3 XP, so get one thing, Marco. It allows me to swap ingredients. Not super useful in the recipes that I have. So I'm spending this to go 1 further north. I've done 1 action, and that's the trading post at this point. And I need 5 cunning. Marco, 3, 6. We are good there. 7. We're going to explore 7. This is north and east. I suspect... I don't know. Keyword freighter. We don't have keyword freighter. So, masses of fuzzy green shrimp cling to the stones hiding underneath the surface. You reach in and grab one and it starts singing. Though you don't understand the words, the tune is unmistakably by the beautiful sea. Patriot shrimp, says Mac. My sister and I used to sing that song. I wonder where they heard it. Or parrot shrimp, not patriot. Wow, parrot shrimp. That makes way more sense. We're going to harvest them and gain meat. So much junk. I don't... Have I gone to 216? I'm not sure that I have. I'm not sure that I have. So maybe that's going to be where I end up next. We're getting down here. I mean, 4 left here, plus 6. Let's do one more turn because that's going to kind of take me halfway through what I had left. So, I'm going to remove 2 to gain 3 and draw a card. Coordinated repair. Each time you're traveling, repair a material to repair 1. Said somebody could take it. Who did it say? Marco? Yeah, Marco still has room to take 1. So, I mean, that's going to happen at some point in time. We discard that one. Let's see what we have for today. Violent winds. Blistering winds make it difficult to do anything. -1 to fate this turn, with the exception of combat. So, I mean, we're going to start 216 here. I do not know. I don't think I was ever here. So we don't have the keyword mail. You spy a broken canoe and a handful of weather-torn crates on the beach. As you step down from the rowboat to investigate, a bear-sized black lizard belches a fireball at you. Fight off the lizard, flee back to the ship. We're going to fight the lizard. Like, we're going big at this point in time. I don't feel like I've been playing this too safe, but we're going big. That was not the right decision. The lizard's skin is impervious to your weapons. You flee back to the Manticore, fighting off the lizard as it scratches the rowboat's gunwale with frantic claws. -2 health and a weakened. Actually, both of them on Raphael. He hits better when he's more damaged. And a weakened. Madness, Venom, Love Morale. Weakened, -2 to skills. Very little. I mean, somebody has to be able to take our weekend without that much trouble. Don't want to do that, though, because I want to be able to sail. 2 north. Would not get me out of here. So that was 1. 1 turn. Could head back west, but I don't know what there is there for me. See how far north I can get. 4. 9. So I can sail 4. 1, 2, 3. No. Could do 3. How I look at it, that corner connects here. I can get there for 4. Then I need to sail 2. I think that's the plan. Think that's the plan. That is the day. That is the day. There is so much stuff that I have. But thank you so much for joining. Like I said, I'm in a rare position with this game that I am not sure where to go. I'm going to go to Lynn's Grove at 120, though I think 201 will also have some stuff for me. I could go shopping next time. But anyway, I think that there's going to be a chance to find a few more things here. And that's really the name of the game at this point, is to try and find that next lead, to figure out that next thing to do. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had a good time with this. If you are enjoying this content, like every YouTuber out there, please subscribe. That's going to let you know when I have new content. And I fully hope and plan to be doing more other types of content in the future besides just these gameplays. But thank you so much for joining with me for them. If you like this sort of content, or if you're interested in more and different board game content, I have nerdologists.com website. That is nerdologists.com, where I do a ton of board game content, as well as then the 10-Minute Marvel podcast. That is going to be your Marvel news and rumors and talking about a character or a storyline, anything like that, all within the span of 10 minutes. And that comes out every Tuesday. So if you want a fast Marvel podcast to find out more about a whole lot of MCU things and a whole lot of Marvel things, that's going to be the place to go. As well as I have a Patreon. Check that out. There are a bunch of different reward levels. And one of the biggest thing I'm covering right now over there is RPG sort of stuff at the reward levels. But let me know what you think of it. With that, normally say bottoms up. This guy, like I said, is empty. I was tempted to go get more. But thank you so much for watching. And there's a tiny bit of liquid in here. So bottoms up.